everyone. Today let us start class 8 mathematics chapter 5 data handling, that is recapitulation of data handling. Already you have learned what is data handling, what is data, what is frequency, what is bar graph, what is double bar graph, histogram and pie chart. Once again I would like to brush up this data. Data is nothing but the collection of information. Data is nothing but the collection of unprocessed information. Unprocessed information is nothing but, for example, number of people in a cricket team, that is 11 members. There are 2 cricket teams which are playing cricket match. In that 2 teams are there, that is also data. Number of players in the team is also data, and number of bowlers is also data. So bowlers, batsmen, then total number of players, these are all called as data, by which we process this data and form the information. Now frequency. Frequency is nothing but the number of times object appears in a table is called a frequency. Now bar graph. What is bar graph? Bar graph is the rectangular representation of bars which are rectangular in shape, and that too in a simultaneous or a continuous process, or you can say continuation will be there in a histogram, but in a bar graph you can leave the space where the difference between each graph will be of equal intervals. For example, if this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, from here to here you have one gap, from here to here you have a gap 1, and here to here you have a gap 1. That means from 1 to 2, what is from first observation to the next observation, what is the width? From second to third also the width will be same. It may be vertical or horizontal. Like this also you can represent here bar graph. This is nothing but horizontal or vertical representation of bars or rectangular bars in a graph shape. Double graph, bar graph. This shows the double bars on a graph to show the data using graph. So this is the double bar graph. Here also you can draw vertically or rectangular, vertically or horizontal. So these are the graphs, bar graph and double bar graph. Now histogram. Histogram is nothing but where the continuation will be there. For example, temperature of a city, from 0 directly you count it as 25, then 26, 27, 28. These are the temperatures, and here some cities are given. So if this is 0, the gap between 0 and 25 is shown by some jagged line. This is nothing but the histogram representation, where the no gap or the gap of a 0 and the first number is truncated. Now pie chart. What is a pie chart? Pie chart is the circular representation of graph. Where, why do we call it as a pie? Because it is a circle or it is a cookie shape. So pie chart is also the representation of data using circular graph. Now let us move on to exercise problem 5th. The number of hours for which students of a particular class watched television during holidays is shown through the given graph. This is the graph where the number of children who watch for particular hours is given. So some of the questions we need to answer. I would like to solve this. Now by observing this below given chart, here we should answer some of the following questions. For how many hours did the maximum number of students watch TV? So by observation here we can say that this is the maximum number of children, 32 are the number of students who watch TV for 4 to 5 hours. So this is the 4 to 5 hours representation of graph, where we are seeing the maximum number of students watch TV. So for how many hours did maximum number of students watch TV? 4 to 5 hours. 4 to 5 hours. This is solution. Now second one, how many students watch TV for less than 4 hours? Now we should observe how many students watch TV for less than 4 hours. That is less than 4 is here up to here. First 3, 1, 2, 3. This is 4 plus 8 plus 22. 4 That is 1 to 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. These are the 3 hours which we should calculate. 1 to 2 is 4 plus 2 to 3 is 8 plus 3 to 4 is 22. So totally 34 students watched TV for less than 4 hours. 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 plus 22 is 34. Now third question. This is the duration, hours, and this is number of children or number of students. Third question. How many students spend more than 5 hours in watching TV? Now more than 5 hours, last 2, 5 to 6 and 6 to 7. 5 to 6 is 8, 6 to 7 is 6. 5 to 6 plus 6 to 7. These are hours. More than 5 hours are 2. 5 to 6 are and 6 to 7 are. So number is 8 plus 6, which is equal to 14 students watched TV for more than 5 hours. So this is the required solution. Now let us move on to the next problem. This is a pie chart graph where a group of 360 people were asked to vote for their favorite season from the 3 seasons: rainy, winter and summer. So there is a group of people, 360 people. So total number of people are 360 here, who were asked to vote for their favorite season. So here a table is given. Seasons are summer, rainy and winter. This is number of votes. 90 people voted for summer, 120 people voted for rainy and 150 people voted for winter. So total number of people are 360. Now here some of the questions are given. By observing this table we need to answer. Which season got most votes? Which is the season which has got most votes? Winter is the season with most votes. Winter has got most votes, that is 150 votes. Now second question. Find the central angle of each of the sector. Here we should find the central angle to draw a pie chart. Now first one, summer. Number of people for summer who chosen summer are 90 divided by total number of people 360 multiplied by degree 360. Because this is the central angle, to find out the central angle you should multiply with the complete angle. 360 goes, this is 90 degree. 90 degree. By here we are taken 360. This 360 is total number of people. It may be of any number. This 360 is not compulsory. You may get 400, 500 according to your question. But this 360 degree is compulsory because we are finding here central angle. Now next one is rainy. In rainy, number of people who voted for rainy are 120 divided by 360 into 360 degree. This 360 goes 120 degree. Now third one, winter. 150 by 360 into 360 degree. So 360 goes 150 degree. Now we should draw a circle and show the pie chart. Now let me draw a circle to show the pie chart. Third question here, draw a pie chart. So this is a circle where you need to mark the angles. First, draw a line, or else you can draw a radius here. Now this is 0. This you consider as 0. First draw summer, that is 90 degree from here. 10, 20, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Join this line. So this is 90 degree summer. you can mark with any of the formula. Now from here, this has the base, mark 120 degree, 120 degree, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 120 here. So this is 120 degree winter. Now this remaining is 150, of course, because complete angle is 360. If you want, I will just show. This is base 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this is 150 complete, and this 150 is winter. So this is a pie chart representation of the given table which we have calculated. Sorry children, this is rainy season and this is winter season. 120 degree is rainy, 90 is summer and 150 is winter. Now let us move on to the last topic of this chapter, that is probability. Already we have learned what is probability. Probability is nothing but chance of getting an outcome or possibility of getting an outcome. Here we will solve this question with this example. You will understand what is the probability or what is an outcome. When a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event of getting and find the probability. Actually in the exercise there are two questions. Second question is asked only to find out the list of events, or you can say only outcomes, and fourth last question is of finding the probability of same question. So here I am solving both in one question, that is when a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event of getting and find also the probability of these outcomes. So when you throw a die, children, we have 6 numbers in the die which is in the shape of cube. This is a die which is used to play the game, some of the games. And here we have 6 numbers, each face contains a number. So the possibility of a prime number, when you throw a die, there is possibility of a number which you can get any number. You may get 1, you may get 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. But what are the prime numbers which you may get? So here this is the list of the numbers which a die has. So here the prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. There are 3 prime numbers. So a prime number, what are the outcomes? 2, 3 and 5. So now simultaneously we can calculate probability also. Probability of this is, of getting a prime number is equal to total number of numbers are 6. Number of prime are 1, 2 and 3. 3 numbers are prime out of total, that is 6. So this is 1 by 2. 3 1 are 3 2. So probability of getting a prime number is 1 by 2. Now not a prime number. Second one is not a prime number. In this list, which are not prime numbers? 1, 4, 6. 1, 4 and 6. So number which are not prime are 1, 4 and 6. Probability is again same. Here 3 are not prime. So you calculate here 3 by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. Now a number greater than 5. In the list of these numbers, number greater than 5 is only one number. Only one number, that is 6. Now probability is equal to one number out of 6, that is 1 by 6. 6 is equal to 1 by 6. You can also write it as 6 is equal to 1 by 6. A number not greater than 5. Here not greater than 5 are 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 also. 5 is also equal to 5. It is not greater than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And probability is 5 by 6. 5 are less than 5. So not greater than 5 is nothing but 5 and less than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 by 6 is the probability of a number not greater than 5. So this ends the recapitulation of data handling, children. Here all the in our previous videos we have completed all 5 chapters recapitulation, and I hope we have understood. Go through the PDF once. The problems which are there in the PDF, which are solved in the PDF only, will be there in the exam. Practice properly and write well. Thank you.